is the special flavor that's made to savor at the Royal Castle.
Welcome the Royal Castle.
Royal Castle.
Flavor to the bone.
Royal Castle.
Taste the very own.
Royal Castle is the local something that makes it all taste better.
Taste the unique flavor of our culture at Royal Castle.
We like, we happy to survive. We love, we like, we happy to survive. We love, we like, we happy to survive. We love, we like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, this storm we survive. Thank God we are alive. But we cannot stay. Deprive. Keep that in mind. You don't know the time. I tell you it's time to reply. Rushing up to me and no immediately. And I miss the festival so much I can't wait to say. Everybody high, and we jumping in the road again. Now that we survive, we taking back the streets. Time to feel so high, and we fitting in the sun again. Now that we survive, we want to feel complete. But all we missing is Havana. We coming out Tuesday morning. We coming to mash up the road. It's Havana. Behind the truck we'll be whining. It's Havana. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A mountain we climb. Be troubles behind. The freedom to come out and wine. Come out and wine. Blinding for the blind. Select a rewind. Put the cups them up in the sky. The sky. Make some Hennessy. Everybody celebrating, drinking mercilessly. Rushing up to me and no immediately. And I miss the festival so much I can't wait to say. Everybody high, and we jumping in the road again. Now that we survive, we taking back the streets. Time to be so high, and we sitting in the sun again. Now that we survive, we want to feel complete. But all we missing is Havana. We coming out Tuesday morning. We coming to mash up the road. It's Havana. Behind the truck we'll be whining. It's Havana.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air, they just couldn't resist. And like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. The kids can't resist it either. Plus, they have more to enjoy. For me, the castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and it's the real flavor of TNT.
That was your Royal Castle Soca Shot on the Street 919 FM, brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
Entertainment, information, conversation. All on Street 91.9 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
When does someone really become a good citizen? I'd like to know for sure. Why when the ordinary man disagrees with the establishment, they call it treason? Why should they persecute a brother for seeking black power? Don't they know a blind man could see that this is blatant hypocrisy? The real traitors and them are all high in society. Yet the government protecting all of them and penalizing you and me. And in a million different ways they violate the law. It's the same good no good bastards who oppress the poor. They sell in black market, making excess profit, paid a starvation salary. These good citizens are the architects of economic slavery. criticize, but then you are victimized, and without any reason. Many a time you find yourself politically paralyzed by that same good citizen. Yet these fakes and phonies enjoy a long life of luxury where they spread corruption throughout the country. When they should be arrested, they're protected and respected in the society, and in a million different ways they violate the law. It's the same good bastards who oppress the poor with a false declaration, tax evasion, defrauding customs duty. These good citizens are the architects of economic slavery. They specialize. Double deals, they idolize. If you're brave enough to open your mouth and criticize, one time you are ostracized and or victimized. Still they go unpunished and unaccused of any crime, while on the backs of the ordinary man these vultures climb. They use the riches and the power, make a mockery of the law, and have the law protect them same time. In a million different ways they violate the law. It's the same good bastards who oppress the poor. They controlling bootlegging, dope peddling, prostitution and piracy. These good citizens are the architects of economic slavery.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome to another edition of the Week in Review.
Our roads are the worst in the Caribbean.
Anytime I hear this song, I just cringe.
We have the most traffic jams you have ever seen.
This was back in 1981, I think.
When it rains, for the pain and pain, them drain on the strain, so it's flood again, my friend.
Still.
Yeah, my friend, they're calling.
Money ain't no problem. Welcome to another Saturday edition of the Week in Review with yours truly, Heavy Duty. My co-host TC is not in it with us today. Yes, he will not. He will. I don't think he will be here today because he's dealing with something, private business you have to see about. So, I will be here with you straight up until the hour of 3 o'clock, right here on the street 919 FM. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever part of the world you may be. Those of you locked on Facebook and those of you locked on YouTube, welcome. And the notice insiders come here to hotter the head.
Millions.
Well, I will be doing that again this Saturday because I am here to educate and inform. So all what you are accustomed hearing, all the lies that you were told, I am going to be unfolding and revealing the truth today.
Yeah, I tell you.
This is one show you won't get the propaganda and the lies. I'm sorry. I'm going to be playing with your emotion and your feelings
That is why
and unraveling all the lies you were told all your life.
people come into church regularly, but they're conscious only of money. My friend, they're balling.
Money ain't no problem. And this is the song of the late great Ras Shorty. He sang this back in the 80s. I can't remember which year exactly, but I know it was the early 80s. And everything Ras Shorty I sang in this song is still relevant today. So without further ado, I'm going to jump right in. It's so sad that since in the 80s, we're in 2022, and we still have water problems, healthcare problems in the hospital. We still have flooding problems in Port of Spain. We still have bad roads. We still have traffic problems. We still have public transportation problems. We still have, oh Lord, wow. And when I say that we are suffering from something, I don't even have a word for in the dictionary. I really and truly just want to know what are we really voting for? Why do we even have elections? Why are we even arguing when the day comes? We like it so, and I was looking for that song, but I couldn't find it. We like it so. Yeah, we like it so. Because we live in a country where less than 50% of the population get a constant 24-hour supply of running water, and we okay with that. Trinidad is not a real place. We live in a country where we have a pitch lake that we don't even own anymore, that we lease out to give all. We have pitch in our country that we pay for almost all the roads in the world come from our pitch lake. And we have the most potholes. Every road you drive on bad, except the certain parts of the highway and certain parts of the bus route. But other than that, wow. And we see nothing wrong with that. Sure, that is definitely not a real place. And I'm saying all this to say, do we really have good governance here? And in Ras Shorty I song, he sang money no problem. And that saying that he say money no problem was actually said by our founding so-called father, Dr. Eric Williams, that we have no problem here, money no problem. Right? That was back in the 70s and early 80s. So he just make it, and he do the double entendre, double meaning song. If money no problem, then why we have all this problem? And when I think about it, from then to now, billions and billions of taxpayers' dollars spent, but we really not seeing nothing done for it. So then, what we doing? What are we doing in this country called Trinidad and Tobago? Are we really free? Are we really have good governance here? Do we? And the narrative is, when you say that, people like to compare our country to the worst of the worst country. People like to say, at least we're not like Venezuela, or at least we're not like Guyana, or at least we're not like some countries in Africa and all these things. And as I say, I'm here to educate and inform. So I want to let you know, right? Up until the early 90s, Trinidad and Tobago was the third richest country in the Western Hemisphere. And if you don't understand what that means, it means to say that the only two countries in the Western Hemisphere that was richer than us was Canada and the US. Well, the US and the Canada. We were third GDP per capita. It had a time was $2.25 per US, TT per US. Understand what I'm saying? Every $1 was $2.25, and that was back in the 80s. TT. Let me tell you something. I don't think you all understand. A country that has natural resources not supposed to have these problems that we are having. Because there are countries in the world with no natural resources. And when I say no natural resources, they have zero, nada, zip, nothing. And they are doing better than us. But yet still we like to compare ourselves to countries that is doing worse than us. And the countries that are doing better than us with no natural resources, and not to say, I don't want to have, of course, to list out the resources that we had here. Those countries are doing so better than us that we, who still have resources, they are changed from third world countries to first world countries. And we are still a third world country. Think about it. A country with only 1.3 million people, 1.4 some may argue, right? With, at a point in time, had oil, natural gas, cocoa, sugarcane, asphalt, which is pitch, and bitumen. And if you don't know what bitumen is like gravel and sand and red oxide and all these things you can get to make cement and all these things. Bitumen, like in the quarries, yeah, we have them, we have that rich soil. And then we have agriculture. Right? We were so blessed, right, that I don't think we fully well understand. And the reason why we don't understand that is because we don't really read and we don't research. We just like to take things what people say as truth and run with it. So, back in the days of our good, well, you guys so-called father of the nation, back in the days when he took over from the British, and we were independent, and then we became a republic. I don't want to go through the whole details, but we were playing with we were in an oil boom in the 70s. The thing is, nobody really knew from 1971 to 1979 how much money we made. Nobody really knows. Nobody really knows how much the country made. Nobody really knows how much was spent. Nobody really knows what was going on. Because the majority of the population was oblivious to what was natural resources and oil and gas, because most of us wasn't really educated in those days. And those who were educated were part of the elite in the circle. You were considered to be in the circle where money was sharing. And then we had a government-controlled media, which means the government had controlled the radio stations, the newspapers, and the TV station. So what information you were getting is just based on what they want to give you. And this happened for like 30 plus years. So the narrative that you were taught is what you were told to believe. And it wasn't independent. It wasn't, how I put it, it wasn't objective. Because if you living in a country with a government-controlled media, which means everything you read in newspapers was censored, everything you listen to on the radio was censored, and everything you watch on the TV was censored, right? Which means you really couldn't bad talk the government. And there's a country like that today, you know, right? It's called North Korea. Yeah. You can't really say nothing about the government in that country. They control everything. They control the internet and all in that country. So you cannot even see what's going on the outside. Right? The idea is to keep your people and them obedient and to worship you. And it's called brainwashing. And that is why most Trinidadians are how they are today. And that brainwashing turned into something called cultism, fanatic, sycophant, whereby you believe everything that your leader or your government that you support do, say, sad. And not only believe, you defend it. You defend it right down. So the narrative was taught to your grandparents and then to your parents, and then they hand it down to the children, you yourself, and then you hand it down to your children. And the narrative is simple, right? Believe in everything I say, because I have your interests, right? At your best interests at heart. Vote for me and I will take care of you. Even though if I don't take care of you, still vote for me. Even if I don't do nothing for yourself, vote for me. Love me. You understand? And it's sad because a lot of us still believe in that narrative. So, I said all that to say that in 2022, where we still have all these problems, where Trinidad and Tobago have not seen much development in the past 50-something years, where other countries have surpassed us like Dubai, Qatar, Singapore, that got independence something after us, that didn't have no natural resources, some of these countries I'm calling, and it's like they are pretty well off. Their citizens, they don't have vagrancy in those countries. They don't have poor people. But yet still we come here on a radio station, we call different frequencies and we argue about who thief, and we play the game who's the bigger thief. Whilst we don't get running water in our house sometimes twice for the week, we're already driving home, we must hit our pothole before the day done, whereby we have to pay more for food and gas, rice and flour and oil, whereby, you know, politicians do all they can do to steal out of the treasury and we just okay with it. Here's really not a real place. So, I'm going to open up the lines before we go to the head of the top of the hour, because in the next hour, I'm going to play a video, right? Well, I don't know how to play it on the for you guys on YouTube to see, and those on Facebook. I don't have nobody yet to show me how to do that, but I will play it via my phone because I have it on my phone, so I'm going to plug in my phone and play it. But it's really something to listen because it's an interview. It's an interview done in the United States. And this interview really enlightened me because based on what the guy was talking about, in that interview, is going to really open your mind as especially black people in Trinidad and Tobago, right? So that being said, I'm going to go to the phone lines. Let's go to the phone lines right now and let's see what's going on. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes? Caller.
Hearing me, because my phone is giving trouble.
Okay.
I'm quite lost. Because you know why? After that, I can't try to get the radio station. Unfortunately, I got you. God is great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't cry.
But I tell you, your phone is breaking up bad, and I really want to hear your contribution. Go ahead. Let me see if I hear you. Go ahead. Hello? Hello? Okay. Wow. I can't come back because your phone breaking up really bad. I need to, and I didn't cut you off every was not hearing you at all. Hello, caller. Good afternoon.
Yeah, hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Yeah, I listen you. This is Solian.
Yes, Solian. What's up?
I pull up on the side. I just pull up to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I listen the whole scenario, but the global catastrophe, I have to say.
Yeah.
Like I was telling David Mohammed this morning, every single thing we see happening worldwide now is that big agenda number, all kind of things from politics to biological warfare to everything. It's really based on, you see October gone there?
Yeah.
They had a meeting with the Pope, with all the world leaders. Right? And it's the same thing I was monitoring for years upon years and trying to talk about it on this week myself. Right? But it escalated till it get out of hand. The only thing we reached a point where truth could probably do something. He listened. Truth is going to unify all the nations of the earth, but it will bring them to recognition or give black people the true status in the reality of the whole scenario. Because if have a white man saying black people deplorable, they have no use, and if the earth had too much people, we the full people supposed to be going and all kind of thing like that. You know, it have a white man saying that on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right. So the thing about it is we have a platform to actually rule this earth with integrity, truth, and righteousness. Yes, it's only Africa has no nuclear weapon. And that is something they're supposed to get rid of if we have to have a very normal earth. You get what I'm saying? So we have a platform to really take over this earth now, but we don't know how to really, how to put it, we don't know how to harness it now, boy. Mm-hmm. That is why I keep saying, look, this morning I'm trying to talk that on David Mohammed's program, but I doesn't get enough time because you're talking about spiritual revolution against principality and spiritual wickedness. Right? And then Satan, demonic forces after you like wow. So it's so technical. We have to come together, forget all religion and churches and know it has one common knowledge, the knowledge of life. That is for the Garden of Eden, the new world which we are at the brink of. You hear what I'm saying? We duty, look me and Rev going by David Mohammed now, and you know what we talking? We duty right now on earth is to save the white man from himself, you know. Unbelievable but true. Because if God didn't want them on the earth, they'd have done the extinct already. You understand? They're living on the earth, so they have some reason for God letting them here. But look what they're doing. They're destroying their own self because they had the curse that God put up on Cain. Cain to destroy, man and creation. They're destroying themselves together with everybody else. All right, thanks.
Thank you, Solian. Thank you very much. And
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Hello, caller.
Good afternoon to you. Effie.
Yeah, good afternoon, my brother Kingsley.
Are you hearing me clear now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you good now.
I do not know why I'm. But I ain't got a phone too. You got a phone?
Oh, gosh, don't do bad tire that now. Don't do bad tire that. You get a phone just some, man. If it's one thing, they'll give my phone. Yeah.
I'm hoping so they give him my phone.
Yeah, because his phone going bad too long, man. Let's go.
You know, You know, my phone fall down this weekend, yeah? And the screen that crack, ink was inking off of my phone.
Wow.
Let me tell you this. I paid $1,200 to repair my phone yesterday.
$1,200.
Yes, I think about a phone screen. Because I could have bought a phone for $1,200, but I would have lost everything from my phone,
Okay.
all the documents on it. So I sacrificed that instead of buying a phone and buy the screen back over again.
All right, Kings.
But I just want to put something in what will be happening this weekend here. And I asking the police, the leaders of these people and them. There will be massive parties all over Monday morning, 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning, Juve. Because as I said today, many Juves are taking place.
Yep.
And I know that everybody wants to have fun. And if they're having fun in a safe way, I think that the police should ease up, because not only the people who having the medicine in them could want to have fun alone. People who also don't have the medicine in them want to have fun too. And many of them will be keeping the little Juve in the community. And I don't know how the police might manage it, but it will be massive around the country. There will be people painting up. It come back every long time. People, we should ask carnival start in the community first, no, before we reach any town.
What happening right now? We having a community juves, right? Different communities having their own juve, where they stay in their community and they're partying and they're hooking up the music and they're playing and the juve and they're wetting down and powder and mud and wherever they happen in communities.
Right. And I want to say I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. So I hope that the authorities be easy on those of them who having fun, like the people who think. And heavy, my prayers continue to go out for the Ukrainians and them. Ukraine people and them.
Yeah.
My prayers go out with them. I see the leader is leading in front. He have his gun. He's having his army shoot and go. I know something. You know, Russia is getting a run for the money.
Kingsley, you know that whole war in Russia and the Ukraine is a red herring, right?
You see so?
Kingsley.
Some more heavy. You got to explain that.
Kingsley, I will explain it. Listen off here, but I'll go there in the next hour because I'm going for a break just now. Right? You will talk. You can call back, right? Yeah. Yeah. So the people who want to call can call. The numbers to call, I think you know the number, 3420081. The WhatsApp number is what I'm trying to find here right now. There's somebody calling our phone here. Let's see if I can get it. Here. Caller?
Hello?
Yes, what number you call? Check. Hello? We're not hearing you only, not hearing you just now. Hello? Lost that caller, sorry. Something wrong with this line. I feel that is why. Just give me a second. Let me try this line. Hello?
Good afternoon to you, Brother Heavy.
Good afternoon, Brother Tabakit.
Okay, and let me say pleasant evening to TC, wherever he may be at this time. So, for radio time, let me get quickly into today's matter.
Yes.
Now, as we were aware, and I'm going to tie it to Trinidad, but I'm not going there. Now, we know what's happening with Russia and Ukraine. And as a result of that, oil price is over $105. So right away, we understand that the last physical package would have been $65. So the government have at its coffers now, they can't be bowling. As we speak, if it continues, by weekend it could reach to $120 a barrel. So I wait to see.
Tabakit,
Yes, sir.
you know I don't think we're getting any money from what raising oil prices, eh?
My brother, if you get an economist and somebody who deal with the energy sector, you will start to understand where I'm going.
All right,
but if you permit me with my contribution,
continue.
I'll be thankful.
I like where you're going. Go ahead.
I thank you so much. You see, the thing about it, you know for a fact Tabakit is an old veteran in the radio world. I didn't wake up just a morning and decide I want to be an activist for a political party.
Okay.
And you know I'm coming all the way back from the King of Talk, Mr. Umbala, if he's listening, good morning, and Morgan Job, Dr. Eugenia Springer, coming back. But let me get to the point. You see, I'll tell you. And I am now making a clarion call to the government. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying PNM UNC here. It is time to heat up and open back the economy. Corona would have left us, even though we have the string tail of it. And I'll tell you why. Heating up the construction sector, what it says, when you open the construction sector, technically you open all of it. So you have hardware will be doing good. People will go to the grocery, the pharmacy and everything. And it is time. And the Prime Minister just coming from Doha with that big energy conference. Yeah? So I'm saying it is time that the government release the people, open the economy. It is time. And this year, the Prime Minister must open the economy, start to heat up the construction sector. And I'll tell you, it's no secret. Interview any economist, it will tell you Trinidad and Tobago right now is poised, sorry to say, the spoils ill-gotten gain because of what's happening with Russia and the Ukraine. And I'm saying, I pray to our God that Dr. Romney, you're one of the most luckiest man. You get a windfall. Let's see how you climb out of it. Let's see what you do for the citizen. My brother, I await your editorial in the next hour. But I ask you, Brother Heavy,
yes,
as a critical thinker, I want you to go into the spoils, what we will be getting from the spin-off of that war with Ukraine and Russia, the energy sector. Listen to me, brother, before I take my leave.
Mm-hmm.
You remember OPEC and Russia and all these places,
yep,
they have been setting the benchmark for oil and gas.
So, yeah, that's how we make our money.
Thank you. And what they're saying for the last 7 years. And sometimes, if you want to get good thing, Bloomberg, which I know from time to time, as a host, you got to go to Bloomberg, all this thing. They tell you the rise and fall of the world economy, what's happening, and so on.
Right.
And as a result of that, for the last 7 years, they never had a high of over $100 a barrel. And trust me, my brother, I make a clarion call to the energy minister, the finance minister, and the prime minister.
Tabakit, we have 30 seconds before we go to the break. Thank you very much.
Okay,
you can call back in the next hour.
Discipline, but I want you to take up this issue. Thank you.
Yes. Tabakit, as much as I like what you're saying, we have 20 seconds before the break. I just want to let you know. I just want to find out. I just want to ask a question here. Are we still producing oil? That's all I want to know. And how much oil are we still producing? I know we international gas like that, but oil.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Friday. It's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays with MC Duke and Selector Kochi from 6 straight to 9 p.m. blazing all the latest and past soca hits. So remember, make it a line, make it a day, rock and come in, you know. It's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays on the Street 919 FM. You don't know.
There's a new taste in town. Maracas Bake and Shark at 79 Robert Street in Woodbrook brings you bake and shark, kingfish, fries, shrimp, aloo pies, and delectable sauces to tease your taste buds. Walk in, order with food drop, or get parking lot pickup at 488 Bake or 75 Shark. Need catering? No problem. Call or email tastemaracas@gmail.com. Follow Taste Maracas on social media for all the delicious details. Taste Maracas, the new taste in town. Corner of Roberts and Rosalino Streets. See you soon.
Did you know introducing different Gerber puree flavors into your baby's diet can expand their palate and allow them to accept more flavors and texture at an early age? With Gerber, you can explore and be adventurous by introducing more variety to your little one's diet with our new Gerber puree portfolio in a convenient squeezable pouch format in fun flavors like apple, pear, and mango. Gerber purees are 100% natural fruit purees and do not contain preservatives. Gerber, from 6 months onward.
Introducing the new and improved Digicel Plus Smart Home. Complete home control right from your phone. Enjoy amazing upgrades, new stylish design, and easier to install wireless cameras. Automatic home and away arming and disarming. One-touch home automations. Easily integrate with Google, Alexa, or Apple. And full color night vision. Sign up now for 50% off installation and 20% off for 6 months. Get smart home now at digicelgroup.com. Digicel, better together.
Trees again. I go drink blue water and mind my business. I go drink blue water and mind my business. Who me? I only drink one brand. Blue water inside the house and the barn. When I need to hydrate, I drink.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
This is the voice of Tuesday, Seventh-day Adventist. We are preaching Emergency Alert broadcast, which is from the Tuesday, Seventh-day Adventist Church. We will be featuring voices of brethren from different parts of the world, preaching the gospel, preaching prophecy as it relates to current events and the ending of the world. Listen to us on 91.9 FM every Sunday from 9:15 to 9:45 a.m. on Sundays. May God bless you as you learn the truth. In Jesus' name, amen.
Carnival, come back. Me say you wake up in the morning and you just realize Carnival come back again.
Alright, maybe that isn't 100% true, but hear this. TSB and T-Dot Sided alongside Iwer George presents Carnival Come Back. Take bamboo, gal. Take bamboo, riding, gal. Carnival Monday, the good again.
This is Iwer George, the big boss of the business. Carnival Monday, the 28th, 3 p.m. Queenspark Savannah. Carnival Come Back.
3 p.m. Carnival Monday, Queenspark Savannah. People, young brother, I'm gonna be there live and live DJ until we coming to
shake it properly.
People, you need vaccination on entry.
Come out in your Monday wear. Come out with your team from 3 p.m. till. Get your female tickets started at $220 and male tickets at $250 with food inclusive. Get those tickets online at suntix.com. Also, book your cabanas. $2,000 for groups of 9 with coolers and food inclusive. All this happening at the Queenspark Savannah. Carnival, come back.
Season 22. Defend we culture.
Drop your keys and bow your knees, for I am the notorious midnight robber.
February 22nd to 28th.
I am here to defend my culture.
Season 22.
I am here to introduce you to Season 22.
Defend we music.
We have soca, we have pal, we have calypso, we even have the doubles, man.
Sound Forge. Culture lives on.
To make sure my culture lives and not just survive.
Season 22, February 22nd to 28th at Sound
The
Forge.
spirit must live on.
Ikaro, I am Alatumishe Ifabamishe Aganki, better known as MC Duke, and every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I host a show called Orisha, The Way of Life, right here on the Sheet 919 FM, where I have guests passing through from the Orisha Ifa Baptist Diaspora to educate, edify, and inform you, the listening public, about Orisha Ifa practices. So remember to tune in every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Orisha, The Way of Life.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Greetings and blessing in the name of our wonderful Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia. And we would like to invite you to listen to the Final Hour broadcast every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 in the morning on the Street 919 FM radio.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444.
Please be sure to tune in and prepare to be blessed.
My life, I lay it on the altar. As my life.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come and experience our new 3D analyzer, which allows you to have a look inside your body. We also provide live blood analysis, iridology, ionic foot detox with foot soak and foot massage, aquatherapy, full body massage, and organic supplements on sale such as Nano Silver, Nano Zinc, Body Light, cold pressed sesame oil, and more. Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. For more information, call 275-8359 or 288-1108.
Join Nicole Huggins for Health and Wealth Lifestyle every Monday from 9:05 a.m. to 9:55 a.m. right here on the Street 919 FM. Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Saturday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. to listen to the live Temple of Restoration, Pastor Curlin and the team. The Temple of Restoration is located at number 12 Endeavor Road, Chaguanas, opposite the Curep taxi stand. For more information, contact 488-4413 or 777-8691. The Temple of Restoration, where Jesus changes lives.
Doctors Desmond and Angina Phillips present a series of healing retreats from February 27th to Sunday 6th March at the Eco Resort in Toko. This includes delicious healthy foods, refreshing healing drinks, learn DIY healing techniques, mini seminars, and natural therapies. Price plans are for cost and full coverage excluding transport. Select plans. 1 day from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at $600. Monday 28th February, Tuesday 1st March, Wednesday 2nd March, and Sunday 6th March. 1 night, 1 day from 5 p.m. cost $1,100. Sunday 27th February, Monday 28th February, and Tuesday 1st March, or 2 days, 2 nights from 5 p.m. That costs $2,100. Sunday 27th of February and Tuesday 1st March. For more information, reservations and bookings, call 336-5441 or visit the website at www.npathlimited.com for online bookings. NPath for love and healing.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko, Sangre Grande, is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Friday night, Sunday Ministry of Worship, Children Hour and the Word from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. Tuesday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And Friday night, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer for our nation. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated at Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Second. Oh, I don't. Okay. Pleasant good afternoon, Heavy. Pleasant good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. All the listeners of the Street 91.9 FM. NCC wishes to advise the public of its scheduled PAN events that starts at 5 p.m. today in the Queen's Park Savannah. So sweet PAN once again in Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. So guys, 5 p.m. Queen's Park Savannah.
DJ Spider Woman, sir. DJ Spider Woman, sir.
check. All right. So we're back. Good afternoon to you guys. Once again, we are back right on the street 91.9 FM. And don't forget, it's tonight. Tonight we have Pan in the Savannah. You got to check that out, right? So, based on what Tawakit said in the last hour, and I just want to say this before I play my my video. This war that's happening right now with Russia invading Ukraine, and this is my personal opinion. To me, it's a red herring. This is my personal opinion. We know we have just, the whole world have just came out a pandemic for 2 years, right? With a COVID-19 virus, with the distribution of different vaccines and all these things. And here it is now, all the lockdowns and all the restrictions and all these things and all the deaths and the side effects and all the drama that was going on all across the world. People are starting to wake up and people are starting to open their eyes. And in certain countries, the restrictions are lifting, because the narrative that was being said with regards to the different variants and the different new boosters and all these things, people are starting to say, well, we're not taking no more boosters and all these things and all these variants. Are realizing, people are saying, well, it makes no sense. It's better to live with it. It's better we live with the COVID virus, because it's not like, it looks like it's not going anywhere. And even vaccinated and unvaccinated still contracting it, still getting it, and still dying, and still getting hospitalized, still going to the hospitals. And with that being unfolded, right, we're getting to realize that later in the news, a lot of people started to act out and wanted redress, right? The pandemic had taken a financial, has given a financial hit to the economies of many countries in the world. A lot of countries, based on lockdowns and stuff, have gotten a financial dip straight. Some countries gone down the road, right? We all know, right, that because of economical strains throughout the world, and some countries hit badly with economical, what you call, it's a word I'm looking for here, and it's just right there, and I can't get it to say it in my tip of my tongue. Anyway, the war in the Ukraine, Russia invaded Ukraine, and maybe other countries in the world, the NATO countries, the alliance, may enter to fight against Russia. That's the new media now. That is what you call news on 101. That's on. Burning, front burner. And if this persists, in a matter about 3 or 4 weeks, everybody's going to forget we had a pandemic and we had COVID. This is going to take away or sidetrack everyone from studying what now after COVID, post-COVID. What do we do now? The war is going to make everybody wonder now more about the war and less about WHO and these big pharmaceutical companies who make billions of dollars with the vaccines and all these things that went on. And if we were really hoaxed, or if we were duped, and where men like Fauci and Bill Gates and them heads supposed to be rolling, now we studying war, so we're not going to study to these guys and then pay for what they done, right? So the war is, to me, is a big red herring, window dressing, curtain, boy cried wolf, for everybody to run down that road now, and then everybody in a matter of months, if this persists, we're going to forget all about the 2-year pandemic and the lockdowns and all we went through, all the drama and all the chaos and all the economical damage that was done to us as human beings, our rights taken away, forced to get vaccinated to work and all these things. All of that's people going to forget about all of that because guess what? We at war, right? And this could be more important, you know. And once again, to me, it's world leaders trying to hoodwink and bamboozle. Because when you really check it, Putin and Biden and them not going to fight the war, you know. It's his men soldiers who are going to send how they to die. You know? It's sad. Sad to say it so, but that's how it is. That being said, I'm going back to the windfall that the oil hasn't gone up over $100 in many years. And I Googled something here, Trinidad and Tobago oil production. And let me get my glasses, I want to read it. I Googled Trinidad and Tobago oil production. Now, the one I got, the first projection I got was a 2016 projection. So if you Google it, it's gonna come up at 90-something thousand barrels a day, right? And then when I watched, that year was in 2016. So I wanted an updated version of how much oil we produce daily. And right now, I got the latest one is up to September 2021. And it's saying in September 2021, production of crude oil in Trinidad and Tobago was 60.29 thousand barrels per oil per day. Though Trinidad and Tobago production of crude oil fluctuated substantially, sorry. Well, playing Dr. Rowley today. In recent months, it tended to increase to in October 2020 to September 2021, period ending at 60.29 thousand barrels per day in September 2021, right? So in September 2021, that is the last figures we had for our oil production in Trinidad and Tobago. Based on that, we need to boost our oil production in order to get a good windfall. We need to get about approximately, we need to be updating the 100,000 a day. So, but are we doing exploration and all this to find more oil and all these things? This is the question we need to ask, and we need to find somebody in the energy sector to ask all these questions. So that being said, I'm going to play a video because I need you guys to listen to this. Just give me a second, I'm going to just get the video loaded up. Only half an hour? Okay. Okay, so we are back. Let me see if I can get the video here up and running. So people, I really needed to listen to this video. And I wanted to listen to the message, right? Because in this video, I actually saw this video come years ago. It's a old video, but it's relevant to now, right? From on YouTube, but it's an interview with the Breakfast Club and Dr. Omar Johnson. And when I realized what was happening, matter of fact, listen to the video and we're going to talk about it after. So listen.
MV, Angela Yee, Charlemagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
That's right.
Dr. Umar Johnson.
Peace and love.
Peace.
Peace and love, family. All is well. Glad to be back.
Now let's get right to it, man. In light of everything that's going on, what are the solutions? I think we've discussed the problem so much. What are the solutions?
All right. Before I state the solution, I would have to challenge you on that. Because although we talk about the problems a lot of people don't understand how the problem operates.
Gotcha.
Let me give you an example. Take miseducation.
Okay.
People know the children aren't learning. They know black boys are not graduating. They know special ed is an issue. They know ADHD is a problem. But they don't know how this operates. They don't understand how the child goes from the classroom into the special education system.
Okay.
So they have to be taught how it operates. You follow? So we understand that police genocide is a problem in the black community. We understand that structural inequality, disproportionality, i.e. racism, is a problem. But do we understand how racism operates? So I think that once you understand how the problem operates and manifests itself, you're now in a position to solve it. Someone comes to me for therapy. Before I do any therapy, what I do, a clinical history. Is there depression in your family? Have you been depressed before? Have you ever contemplated suicide? So I have to understand your background and how you've been living your life in order to solve your current everyday problems. So now, coming to the present, what we're seeing going on around the country, let's be honest. Africans were brought to America to serve. We're no longer necessary for the American economic order to operate. They don't need us to function. That explains the purging. That explains the ethnic cleansing.
Even with all these Negroes making money?
Well, remember now, when you look at the black folks who are rich, they are a small percentage of the general body politic of the community. You understand? 85% of black folks are struggling. Half of our children grow up in poverty. Most of our single-parent black mothers are poor, even with a burgeoning rate of black women earning their college degrees.
I want to stick up in there. The reason I want to stick up in there because there's a narrative in Trinidad and Tobago that, right, because it have people who make it, and it have rich people who will come out of the poor community and they have a business now, or they have a house now, or they have a car now, or they're educated. That is in its minority, right? It's also happening in America. And I'm just going to compare what he's saying in America and compare to Trinidad, right? So even though we have all these people educated and all these people who went to school and all these people who come from poor communities and things, I want to break down the narrative. That is in a percentage, right? And the majority of people, poor. Let's go back.
Well, simply put, black America is suffering despite the television projection of success. Yes, we are more educated than ever before. We have the bachelors, we have the masters, we have the doctorates. But that education has not taken place alongside an increase in wealth acquisition. We're smarter, but we still don't own anything.
Stick up in there. Same thing has happened in Trinidad and Tobago. We have educated youths with bachelors, masters, and all these degrees, but it doesn't amount to our wealth. We don't have any wealth. Exactly what he is saying. We have people that are educated, but education doesn't equal to wealth, right? Because we don't have that financial push, right? Listen to what he's saying.
But we know we're poor. We know some of us are not well educated. We know some of us have a lot of problems due to where we're growing up in our environment.
Yes.
But besides all of that, we got a bigger problem with racism. The way that other people look at us.
I agree.
You know what I mean? But I'm not saying it's right, but the way we look at ourselves is bad too.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because if I'm walking down the street and I see some brothers with some hoods on, it makes me think twice.
Right.
So if it makes me think twice, I know it's going to make somebody else think twice, but it doesn't give us doesn't give them the right to put a.
But that's based off your experiences, though.
But it is based off my experience.
It's also based off conditioning. The conditioning is critical.
Correct.
Media is critical
Right.
to the social agenda of any country. You understand? You take Adolf Hitler. Before he did what he did in Germany, he conducted a media campaign that sought to destroy the image of the European Jew in the German mind before the physical Holocaust.
Now, how to stick up in there? Destroying the image of the people first before you attack them. So right now in Trinidad and Tobago, we are programmed to destroy the image, destroying the image of the poor youths, the poor black youths in Lavantel and Mova and these Beetham and these places, right? Based on media, destroy them, right? Destroy the image of them. So that when you lace your attack on them, nobody will see nothing wrong with it. Okay? We have a break coming up for Royal Castle in about a minute, right? I need you when I come when this Victoria Castle finish, and I will play the video again. Right? Let me just play about a minute of the video.
Also began. Same thing in America. Before you begin taking the black life, you must kill the image of the black life. So when you look at gangster rap, which plays a hand in it, okay, when you look at the way in which we're portrayed in movies, when you look at the way in which we're portrayed on the radio, popular media, magazines, it is in a very negative way, as if to say these people, the world would be better off without these people.
That's why they make people criminal records when they kill them.
Exactly. In other words, it's not so bad that he died because he went to jail anyway. So you have to kill the image before you kill the person. Why?
Exactly.
Because people will take up for people who are unjustly treated. But if you can convince the world that we would be better off without these people by killing their image, then when the physical carnage begins, no one will care.
How do we change that, though? How do we change the way that America looks at African Americans, and how do we change the fact that these racist individuals, racist police officers, stop pulling out the gun? See, I think you have to penalize them. Meaning, you know, it's kind of like a kid. You know, your kid does something bad, and you say, okay, it's okay. He's going to continue to do it. But if you bust his ass, next time he's thinking about doing it, he's going to be like, well, you know what, my pops is going to bust my ass. I feel like the police officers that kill African Americans, just kill people in general, they don't get penalized for it.
I agree with it. You're absolutely correct. For example, behavioral psychology, 2 basic laws is what? All behavior is a function of the context in which it takes place. The American racial hierarchy, it's a function of the context.
Okay, we got to stick up in right there, going for a break and come back.
Royal Castle Soca Shot on the street, 919 FM.
What goes in is a local something that makes it all taste better. It's the flavor of our culture. Come from here, come from there, and everywhere. It's the special flavor that's made to savor at the Royal Castle. Oh, come the Royal Castle. Royal Castle. Flavor to the bone. Royal Castle. Taste the very own. Royal Castle is the local something that makes it all taste better. Taste the unique flavor of our culture at Royal Castle.
Ding ding, ding-a-day, ding 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 ding-a-day, ding 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 ding-a-day. Ding ding, ding-a-day, ding 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 ding-a-day, ding 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 ding-a-day. Hey, I know that we're not together now, but still have the sweetest memories. Although we never used to always agree, I'm still here for you, baby. I was hoping we could be better now. All the vibes are be normal. Life is not always what we want it to be, no. But in this fest, I don't expect to act like I is your mister. I don't want me to go and hide the charm in a corner. Why put myself through that yard? That is too much of stress and headache. Even though you will forgive me for all my foolish mistakes. So we could take a jam just for old time's sake. Let me take a jam in for old time's sake. Let me take a wine just for old time's sake. Let me take a drink, girl, for old time's sake. You're not holding back when you walk up your bumper. This wine, I remember. This feeling so familiar. This grind, I remember. I remember. I remember. This jam, I remember. This feeling so familiar. This jamming, I remember. I remember. I remember. Some people might want to investigate. If we really separate, they don't understand how I hold on your waist. And you're so normal. What's wrong if we communicate? It's not like if I'm desperate, but then bad mind wishing it past me straight, y'all. But in this fest, I don't expect to act like I is your mister. I don't want me to go and hide the jam in a corner. Why put myself through that girl? That is too much of stress and headache. Even though you will forgive me for all my foolish mistakes. So we could take a jam just for old time's sake. Let me take a jam in for old time's sake. Let me take a wine just for old time's sake. Let me take a drink, girl, for old time's sake. You're not holding back when you walk up your bumper. This wine, I remember. This feeling so familiar. This grind, I remember. I remember. I remember. This jam, I remember. This feeling so familiar. This jamming, I remember. I remember. I remember. Ding ding, ding a day.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. from the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air, they just couldn't resist. And like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. The kids can't resist it either. Plus, they have more to enjoy. For me, the castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
That was your Royal Castle Soca Shot on the Street 919 FM, brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
NCC wishes to advise the public of its scheduled pan event that starts at 5 p.m. today in the Queen's Park Savannah. I hope you're heading there heavy.
Hopefully.
No sweet pan in Trinidad again. So guys, once again, NCC wishes to advise the public of its scheduled pan event that starts at 5 p.m. today. Don't miss it.
Okay, thank you.
DJ Spider Woman, sir. DJ Spider Woman, sir. DJ Spider Woman, sir.
Okay, so we're back. Let me get back to the video. And I hope you guys are listening to this because this is what this video, what Dr. Omar Johnson is saying, right? It speaks to me with regards to what's happening to, even though you're speaking about the narrative of black people in America and what they're going through, it's the same thing that is happening to us in Trinidad, whereby we destroy the image of the poor black ghetto youths in Trinidad and Tobago. So nobody cares of them. Nobody cares about them. If you ask any average citizen, they will tell you these youths are lazy. They don't want to walk. They're uneducated. They just want to rob people. They just want to kill people. There's nuisance. There's cockroaches. There's pests. And it's okay if police go there and kill them. Get rid of them. It's okay when they die because, and some people will even say it's the parents' fault to be blamed and all of this has been said. Right? And it's sad because this is the media destroying the image of the young black men of Trinidad and Tobago in poor areas. Yeah, so they are the bottom of the barrel right now. And as Dr. Omar Johnson said, in the days of World War II in Nazi Germany, people wondered how come normal Germans sat back and allowed Hitler and his government to kill off all these Jews, these German Jews, who were their neighbors, their friends, people who they grew up with, people who they were like, living amongst, have they were going and, talking to every day and everything. And just like that. And what he said, Hitler did a 3-year media campaign to destroy the image of the Jews in Germany. And after 3 years, the people of Germany hated the Jews. They hated them. Imagine somebody 3 years before you and them were like real friends, and then because of what is portrayed in the media and the newspapers and the, you know, what is saying, the nasty things they're saying about them, you get to hear these people. So when they came for them to put them into concentration camps, you clapped and you raid and said, go ahead, take them. They're no good. Because when Hitler wanted to do these atrocities on these people, the German people agreed, because they were brainwashed to believe that these people were bad, and everything that was wrong with Germany was because of them at the point in time. And it's the same thing that is happening here. Nobody wants to fix it. Everybody just wants to point fingers and blame. And it's easier to blame someone than try to help someone. Eh? Just saying. I'm going back to the video. All right, going back to the video here. And after the video, I'm going to take some calls. I'm not going to play the whole thing. It's a little long, so I'm just going to play up to a certain point, and I'm going to take some calls. That's cool.
And then it's a function of the consequences. You follow? So in other words, behavior never stands still. Whether it's you, whether it's a child, whether it's a country, whether it's the police. Behavior is always getting worse, or it's always getting better. So when Zimmerman wasn't punished for Trayvon, that automatically created a context for it to happen again. Do you understand? Walter Scott, Tamir Rice. It creates a context. So the next police officer says, well, wait a minute. I can be a little bit more trigger happy because the last 5 black men and women, Sandra Bland, who were murdered by police, were not held accountable. So when you do nothing about misbehavior, then you're actually supporting its repeating itself.
Now, what do protests do? Because people protest and they say, you know, and I love the unity, and I love the unity of African American people. I wish we could be more unified when it's not just a brother dying. But I feel like sometimes the protest, what is it getting accomplished?
Okay.
You know? And the reason I ask that is because, you know, you protest, you shut down a highway, there's an ambulance that's trying to get somebody to a hospital, that person dies in the ambulance. You know, I'm stuck in traffic, I can't pick up my kid at 5 p.m. So what is the protest actually doing? Is it going to make the cop look at us any better? Like, what can we do besides, I think, the protest? I don't know if the protest really work.
Right. Well, first of all, we got to keep in mind that the black person is normally dead before the ambulance shows up to get him in the first place. True. So let's be clear on that. But here's the thing, Envy. Protest is the first stage of any political economic struggle. Right. Protest is your marketing program to let the world know what I stand for, what's happening to me, and what I want. Protest allows you to control the public narrative about your struggle. Without the protest, the world doesn't know why you're doing what you're doing. So protest is important because it is your way to put out your message. Gotcha. So you can't do nothing without it. The problem with black people is there's nothing after the protest. Right. Okay. Do you understand? The protest becomes the goal instead of the means to the end.
That's what I keep asking. What is the solution? What's the next action? Like we saw.
Well, let me tell you what has to happen now.
Okay.
Because now we're in a state of crisis for black America.
Okay.
3 things black America has failed to do, which is going to keep this carnage machine in place, this police genocide. Number 1, we have failed to publicly criticize and hold accountable the executive branch of the United States government, i.e. President Barack Obama. Despite all the killings, despite all the murders, despite an unemployment rate and a dropout rate that is greater under a black president than it was under the 2 previous Republican presidents, black people have remained silent. Obama has ignored black folk. In fact, we are the only so-called minority population in the country for which he has done nothing nor has spoken significantly for our issues. Compare us to LBGT. They got 3 laws under Obama. 3. That is unprecedented. How many laws did black people get under Obama to protect us from police genocide or even to improve the schools or to reduce incarceration? Wow. 0. Okay, they got a Supreme Court justice. Latinos got a Supreme Court justice. LBGT got a Supreme Court justice. President Obama had the opportunity to appoint the first African-American female Supreme Court justice, and he chose not to act. It's not all his fault, though. We have created a context where the president can ignore black people and get away with it because we told the entire world when he was elected that all he had to do was just be black, and we were fine. Remember?
Yeah, we didn't need that.
The most positive. So I'm going to take some calls. No positive. I'm going to take some calls. The lines are open. This is I'm going to play more on this in next week. I can't play all of it because it's a very long video. It's about an hour, no, about half an hour. So it's going to take up too much of radio time. But I hope you guys get the gist of what he was talking about. So let's see who's on the phone lines right now. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon.
Yes, caller.
Just tuned in right now to hear your the audio that you're playing there.
Yep.
But I don't like to talk about American issues. I like to use American issues and parallel it to Trinidad issues.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Go ahead.
Nice. Now, one of the things I disagree with, but I understand it, but I somewhat disagree with it because if it goes the other way, we would have a problem. I have a problem with people trying to convince a government that it needs to do something for a particular race. You understand? We need to be careful when we promote that kind of governance.
You have a problem with that?
Yes, I have a problem with that.
But what
government isn't supposed to do something for a specific race.
Okay.
Or for what the race of the government is perceived to be.
Okay.
The government is supposed to do something to make its country and its citizens in a holistic way be better, improve, and take it from one place to another.
Okay.
Right?
I can ask that question.
Let me finish this. Sure, you can do that, but let me finish this. When you start to go down the road of a government doing things for its race of people or its base of people, I hope you're ready when the other race is in charge and they do things for their people. But go ahead and ask me your question.
Okay.
Now.
You going based on only two races, but how many races that have in Trinidad and Tobago?
Only two?
No,
right, two prominent ones. You have about 6. But
okay.
You have 2 prominent ones.
Okay. And which race would you say is at the bottom of the economic ladder?
That's a tough question.
No, that's not a tough question. It's simple. It's very easy. Black people, we are the bottom of the economic ladder. And let me face it. No. It's not debatable. It's truth. It's factual. If you know that you have if you're a father of a household and you have 3 children, right? And 2 are be doing pretty well, but have this one child that is slower, he's less active, he's not doing good in school, he's giving trouble. Will you now try to focus or most of your attention and your resources on that one child because you know the next 2 are pretty much doing well?
They can handle themselves, yes.
Okay, it's the same thing with the country. If one particular race of people is doing badly, then you make your focus your attention there. You remember you're trying to fix a country. But if other ethnic groups are doing well pretty much economically, right, where they are pretty much well off, then you have to try to focus on those who are not. You can't leave them and sideline them and then say, well, I try to do for all. You cannot bring one bread in the house and give everybody equal share when one person is more hungry than the rest, and the next 2 they're not even eating the bread because they don't want it.
I don't support a government. I understand where you're putting it in a household. But I do not support. You have to be careful if we want to support a government doing that for a particular race.
You see,
what we government should be doing is making equal opportunity. You see, one problem one thing I had a problem with that with Dr. Rowley. One statement I had a problem with Dr. Rowley saying is that he and maybe I'm putting it in my own words, but when asked by this girl from Jamaica, from Barbados, from Jamaica, Natalie Lagoa. When asked, do you believe in
bridging the gap?
Bridging the gap.
Yeah, between.
And he made some statement to the words of he believed in empowering the rich so that they could create opportunities to hire the poor, to get the poor out of poverty. And that doesn't work that way.
Nope.
That does not work that way. The rich gets richer and the poor continues to work for the medium amount of money that they could employ, that government dictates as minimum wage, and they work them for that.
I can ask you one final question before you come off the phone.
Go ahead.
Do you have a problem with government giving those who already have more? An ethnic group that already have a lot. Do you see anything wrong with giving them more than they already have already? But they're giving them more and leaving the others behind?
Here's what that is also another loaded question. Here's why I say that. It have a two-sided thought to that. Here's why. We could, if I could call names, you could look at the just Sam Conde, Junior Sammy, and the thing. They are very wealthy people, and they continue to get more contracts under the government.
Okay.
Right. But here the problem: how many normal people are getting the opportunities or are in the position to get those type of contracts.
All right. First question you need to ask yourself is how Judge Samko and them reach where they is in the first place. Did they always have trucks and backhoes and all this equipment and thing? No.
And I will take you back to a statement that the deceased Yasin Abubakar said, which was to employ more people from Laventille and start them up with these small businesses so that they could become the Samcos in the future.
Correct.
Right? And I supported that statement 100%, but the government can't personally take your hand and walk you through that.
They don't need to do that. They need to just implement policy. There's a policy in South Africa, right? Right. There's a policy in South Africa that deal with this, because what happened, a lot of when they came out of apartheid, the black population in Africa who was sidetracked for all these years was not allowed to do no contracts, no government contracts because they didn't have no equipment and so forth. What the government did was make policy, right, that in any government contract that is to be given to any white contractor, 60% of his contract have to be subcontracted to black owned companies, which means everybody will get an equal chance. Then the black companies will get a chance now to get from what the government is giving out.
Correct. So therefore you're creating
correct
wealth amongst everybody.
Exactly. So they don't necessarily have to go and buy a backhoe and a tractor for them, But they subcontract the black contractors within the contract. Make it mandatory that every contract that Jasamco and COSAL and all these fellas get, they get at least 60% of the contract to other subcontractors and give them the equal share so that they will now know how to do the job, and in future every contract now will make more contractors to get something in the future. So black people won't be sidelined.
Very tough in mud syndrome with that. It still may not affect the African community or the African contractors, because what you find your Samco doing is hiring small East Indian contract with predominantly East Indian workers. So on the jobs you're only seeing 99.9% East Indian people working and singing.
And I'm glad you highlighted that. And that's to show that we don't have equity in Trinidad and Tobago. We have a kind of racial divide.
I agree with you totally with that.
Right. So we need how we going to fix that. And we can talk about the problem. And I like how to have this conversation. This is very, very interesting and very informative, because now we have people thinking. So now we say, well, all right, me and you put we head together and say, how are we going to fix this? Right? And I understand you like how the government, I cannot feedback here. I understand that you don't like how the government, they don't like the idea that the government helping one race of people or anything like that. But the government have been helping different races of people. What you may think that the government you might have a problem with black people. A lot of us believe that we black people is not to get nothing from the government, but it's okay when other races get. And we need to change that narrative.
No, I will tell you why I would let me give you an example why I call myself the devil's advocate, because I could argue both sides of the fence. Let me show you a point. The Hindu community gets acres of land that they now call the Nagaro on prime property in Shogunas.
Right.
The Muslim community gets acres of land on prime property on a stretch of land in Shogunas.
Correct.
They put it back to square. Let me rephrase it. On the main highway of Shogunas.
Right.
From north to south.
Mm-hmm.
They put it back to this community off a back road in Lahokit, in Maloney. They gave them a piece of land, but it's not on the highway, It's off the highway, 200 meters down in a hole in Maloney. You understand?
Yeah.
So you see a point out the inequity. Why the Baptist community didn't get acres of land on the same highway, on the same stretch in Shogunas?
And why they could still get it? Why they give them it all now?
Well, I don't know how much people ask having requests for land.
All right, cool. We gotta go for a break. Thank you, caller. This talk was very interesting. I like to have these kind of debates. Yes, brother.
Yes,
Thank you very much. No, you too. Yeah, man. Yes, Wall Street, I see you trying to call me, and we have a lot of calls on the line. We have 1 minute to go for the break. I'm going to take the whole next hour just taking calls. Okay? So after we come from the break, the whole next hour up until 2 o'clock, I'll be taking phone calls, and I like the conversation going. The WhatsApp number somehow is not given. I was trying to see if I get the WhatsApp line. That's the 771711791. I want to try to get that up and running. Let's see. Let me see here. Let me see if the... Hello, good day, caller. Hello? Caller?
Hello?
Yes, caller.
Yeah. Heavy, good afternoon to you.
All right. Yeah, good afternoon, Kunji. Yeah, 1 minute. Go ahead, quick.
Yeah, 1 minute. I would like you to stick on the topic. You see the music, the songs and them you play in the beginning?
Yeah.
I would like you to stick to the topic of that, because that is the real issue.
Yeah.
You see these things what taking place in Russia and all kind of thing? It's we business over here, but we have more problem over here. And,
all right.
and that's a diversion that the callers them like.
They like to do that. Yeah.
How come from since 1971 we have so much a problem in this music, and they party in powers all this time, and they may call in the radio station to highlight nothing what going on in the country over here.
All right.
They like the conversation. They can't like the conversation.
Thank you.
It's hypocritical.
Thank you. I'm going to do that. Don't worry yourself, Kunji. We're going to do that. Okay, so we're going to not have time going for a break. We're going to come back, right? Let's keep it locked right here to the Street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
If you know you cannot handle the people rum, when you see the people rum, leave it alone. Hear what I tell you? When you see them gyal and them rolling up them bam bam, if you can't manage, leave them alone. Stay in your lane, stay in your lane. Back in your crease, back in your crease. Stay in your zone, stay in your zone. Leave it alone. Yeah. Stay in your lane, stay in your lane. Back in your crease, back in your crease. Stay in your zone, stay in your zone. Leave it alone. Yeah. Leave rum for the professionals. For the professionals. Leave drinking for the professionals. For the professionals. I love see them girl with the big bam bam when they rolling it. Micro party hard, betting on bad. If you can't keep up, then leave it alone. Juve morning, if you know you can't handle dirtiness, I'm begging you, leave it alone. Hear what I tell you? If you cannot deal with me and this stinking dirty behavior, you should leave me alone. Stay in your lane, stay in your lane. Back in your crease, back in your crease. Stay in your zone, stay in your zone. Leave it alone. Yeah. Stay in your lane, stay in your lane. Back in your crease, back in your crease. Stay in your zone, stay in your zone. Leave it alone. Yeah. Leave rum for the professionals. For the professionals. Leave drinking for the professionals. For the professionals. I love see them girl with the big bam bam when they rolling it. Micro party hard, getting on bad. If you can't keep up, then leave it alone. Die for them. Who the see people rum, Sita one, the drinking Johnny and the drinking White Oak, but the one Hennessy. Sita one, they just call them. Well, they're not going on face the back, all they liking people think.
Simpson's Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers, a full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpson's Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
Turn on the station, feel the rhythm, we go loud, we go loud. Turn on the station, feel the rhythm, we go loud, we go loud.
Keep the radio pumping with the Go Loud app. Once the DJ start mix, the lines start. Listen to your favorite local radio stations live from your mobile device or run a mix from the hottest DJs in the Caribbean, all on the app.
Turn on the station, we go loud.
Download the Go Loud app today. Available for Apple and Android devices. Digicel, better together.
It's all about the fastest growing reggae show in the land without a doubt. Right here on the Street 919 FM. Each and every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. With yours truly, MC Duke, alongside Selector Kochi. So make it a date and don't be late. Rock and come in, so line up, link up, creep up. You don't know reggae rock each and every Sunday. Salute Gadamawe, King Selassie.
Carnival, come back.
Me say you wake up in the morning and you just realize Carnival come back again.
Alright, maybe that isn't 100% true, but hear this. TSB and T-Dot Sided alongside Iwer George presents Carnival Come Back.
Take bamboo, gal. Take bamboo, riding, gal.
Carnival Monday, the good again.
This is Iwer George, the big boss of the business. Carnival Monday, the 28th, 3 p.m., Queen's Park, Savannah. Carnival Come Back.
3 p.m. Carnival Monday, Queen's Park, Savannah. People, young brother, I'm gonna be there live and live DJ until we coming down. Shake it properly. People, you need vaccination on entry.
Come out in your Monday wear. Come out with your team from 3 p.m. till. Get your female tickets started at $220 and male tickets at $250 with food inclusive. Get those tickets online at suntix.com. Also, book your cabanas. $2,000 for groups of 9 with coolers and food inclusive. All this happening at the Queen's Park, Savannah. Carnival, come back.
Patrice again. I go drink blue water and mind my business. I go drink blue water and mind my business. Who me? I only drink one brand. Blue water inside the house and the barn. When I need to hydrate, I drink blue water. I'm feeling great. When you see we out on the road and we going hard, take a sip of blue water. That's the #1 brand. Drink blue water and mind my business. The truth. When the hot sun come, I drink blue water to cool me down. When you see we out on the road and we going hard, take a sip of blue water. That's the #1. Go drink blue water and mind my business.
Dimash Gras 2022 from the creative mind of Davlin Thomas. Deja Vu, echoes of Carnival coming, presenting the finalists for the First Citizens, Kings and Queens competition. 10 best of the best in Kaiso with guest performances including Bungie Garland, Nadia Batson, Iwer George, Lyrical, Swappy, Farmer Nappy, Skinny Fabulous, Slacks, and much more. The magic happens on the big stage at Carnival City, Queen's Park, Savannah. Sunday 27th at 7 p.m. Grandstand and Pod Posse tickets also available at NCC's head office and online at ticketgateway.com. For more information, contact the NCC at 622-1718. This event is supported by Digicel, Angostura, and TTT. Dimash Gras.
Join the winning team with Pastor Alkaline John every Monday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m. and every Wednesday evening from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. live on the Street 919 FM as he talks about Lviv, the power of 5 fruits, one of the most powerful antioxidant supplements on the market today. The 5 superfruits in Lviv are mangosteen, acai, pomegranate, gogi, and nuni. These fruits have a positive and profound impact on human health, performance, and disease. Listen to Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday at 9:05 a.m. and Wednesday at 7 p.m. on the Street 919 FM as he gives live testimonials of the Lviv healing powers. To get more information, you can contact Pastor Alkaline John at 516-286-7079, 516-286-7079, or you can visit his webpage at www.alkalinejohn.com.
Yes, Trinidad and Tobago, a musical showdown of medium and large steel bands from around the country will take place on Saturday, 26 February from 5 p.m. Center stage at the Safe Zone Carnival City, Queen's Park, Savannah. Trinbago, in collaboration with the NCC, present a pan-event musical showdown in the Big Yard. See NCC's website or call the NCC office at 622-1718 for Grandstand and Pond Group ticket details. This event is supported by Digicel and Angostura.
Hi, I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia.
Please join us on the Final Hour broadcast every Thursday at 9 a.m. on the Street 919 FM radio.
Every week we will journey into the amazing Word of God. So please join us.
See you then.
The Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James is now on the Street 919 FM every second, third, and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and every first and third Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday. The Bible says, the Gospel of the Kingdom shall be preached in all the world as a witness to all nations, and then the end shall come. For more info, call 652-0924 or 298-4540 and join us every second, third, and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and every first and third Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday for the Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James. The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Hi there, I'm Lester Suglal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
There's a new taste in town. Maracas Bacon Shack at 79 Robert Street in Woodbrook brings you bacon shot, kingfish, fries, shrimp, aloo pies, and delectable sauces to tease your taste buds. Walk in, order with food drop, or get parking lot pickup at 488 Bake or 75 Shot. Need catering? No problem. Call or email tastemaracas@gmail.com. Follow Taste Maracas on social media for all the delicious details. Taste Maracas, the new taste in town. Corner of Roberts and Rosalino Streets. See you soon.
From the moment you first crossed eyes,
It's a girl.
to their very first bowl of cereal, open wide, going into to parenthood means nourishing your little one to reach their fullest potential. With Nestum Nature's Selections infant cereals, give 30% more whole grain with 15 vitamins and minerals, including iron, all with no added sugar. Nature's Selection. Give your baby the best. Nestum, from 6 months onwards.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT.
Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody.
Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
Doctors Desmond and Angina Phillips present a series of healing retreats from February 27th to Sunday 6th March at the Eco Resort in Toko. This includes delicious healthy foods, refreshing healing drinks, learn DIY healing techniques, mini seminars, and natural therapies. Price plans are for cost and full coverage excluding transport. Select plans. 1 day from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at $600. Monday 28th February, Tuesday 1st March, Wednesday 2nd March, and Sunday 6th March. 1 night, 1 day from 5 p.m. cost $1,100. Sunday 27th February, Monday 28th February, and Tuesday 1st March, or 2 days, 2 nights from 5 p.m. That costs $2,100. Sunday 27th of February and Tuesday 1st March. For more information, reservations and bookings, call 336-5441 or visit the website at www.empathlimited.com for online bookings. Empath for love and healing.
Share the live.
Share the live.
The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram.
Share the live.
Iowa George on Instagram.
Share the live.
Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
The NCC wishes to advise the public of its scheduled PAN events, which starts at exactly 5 p.m. today. We're at the Queen's Park, Savannah, guys. 5 p.m. today, Queen's Park, Savannah. PAN. DJ Spider Woman, sir. DJ Spider Woman, sir.
Okay, people. So we are back right here on 11 FM. As promised, I'm going straight to the phone lines and take your phone calls right now. Caller. Hello.
Hello, Heavy.
Yes, my brother.
Yeah, Heavy. A pleasant good afternoon to you and a pleasant TC, wherever you is.
Yeah.
And a fantabulous splendiferous good afternoon to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Heavy, I want to congratulate you again. I don't know how come you have a lot of things in common. You know?
Yeah, we have a lot of things in common.
I don't know what it is, but
yeah.
I don't know, but Heavy, what you're talking about is really heavy because I can look at it from both sides of the coin as a Trinidadian and as an American as well, and looking at the issues facing black people in Trinidad and Tobago. Heavy, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the Prime Minister went into Lavantil, right? And he spoke about a company called McKissick and McKissick, right? And I've talked about that before. And the Prime Minister was giving the people the impression that McKissick and McKissick, a black-owned company, just come through that and become a billionaire company just like that. They come from slavery and they work hard and they pull themselves up by the bootstrap and they become a billion-dollar company. But what the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago failed to tell the people, his words, not mine, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, that McKissick was getting set-aside contracts for minority contractors.
Right.
So whenever the government of New York and New Jersey had any contracts, there was a 20% set-aside. And when McKissick started, they were able to partake into that. And if they should get a contract, then they could pass on contractors, subcontractors.
Correct.
The Prime Minister don't talk about that. You see, Heavy, it is about empowerment, Heavy. There's a program in South Africa called the Black Economic Empowerment Program.
Correct.
It's a policy of the South African government.
Correct.
Which aims to facilitate broader participation in the economy of black people.
Correct.
How come the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, who's calling himself the blackest man, don't have an empowerment program for black people in Trinidad and Tobago?
You see,
the PNM have ruled Trinidad and Tobago for the longest. And Heavy, I want to say this. You see, the last 7 years under the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, black people, in 2015, black people were at the 75-meter line, heading to the finish line to finish the 100 meters. Under the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, black people have digressed to the 40-meter line. Difficulties. Look at what the people of the Beatum are facing with respect to sewer Heavy. Look at that. Since last year, August, right? Look at the people of Chumakak, Lavantil, have an abandoned building sitting there since 2011, the last 6 years under the PNM. Look at the 3 buildings in Chumakak, Lavantil that's been unpainted for 15 years, 10 years under the PNM. And you see, Heavy, when I come and I talk about economic development, economic empowerment, economic inclusion, and access to capital for black people and black businesses, the current president, Joseph Biden, have a same program called Lift Every Voice. Donald Trump, if he had come back in power, had a program called the Platinum Plan as well. But Heavy, I want to close on this. You see, Heavy, Dr. Claude Anderson states, a race that's taught to hate itself and love the world will become its own oppressor.
Right.
Let me repeat that. A race that's taught to hate itself and love the world will become its own oppressor. Let me quote something quickly here. This is what the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, the Prime Minister of Trinidad, Dr. Keith Rowley, said, I am not really trying to interfere with the bridge between the rich and the poor, because there's nothing wrong with the rich getting richer than to find a way to encourage the rich to get richer, because in getting richer, they create opportunities for the poor.
Wow.
Heavy, that's his words, not mine.
Yeah.
You understand, Heavy?
Yeah.
So what he's trying to do is to empower the rich, right? So they can make the poor people BMWs and BWWs. That's black men workers and black women workers. And I'm going to close with this. Let me give the PNM an idea. In urban communities in this country, we have something called opportunity zones. And an opportunity zone is a disadvantaged community where new investment under strict conditions may be eligible for tax incentive through tax cuts and Job Acts of 2017. And here what the goal is. The goal of this program is to encourage long-term investment in low-income neighborhoods. Eddie,
all right, boss. Thank you very much.
And I say to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, have a fantabulous, splendiferous, tremendous, spectacular rest of the day, Heavy.
All right.
So very kind.
Okay, boss. Thank you very much. Caller?
Heavy?
Yes, brother.
I want to leave with a couple of things. First, couple of things.
Yeah.
On the 70s, so when you talk about the government, it controls all the media.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
Yeah.
But then I know opposition that time was to carry out the
if it had any opposition?
Opposition, yeah, to carry out the suit. That's one.
Yeah, they had no opposition. Go ahead.
And hold on. And when they talk about it, the government give out Indians most of the land in the country. I will tell you something heavy. I family said, I can remember. But when I was the first 20 Indian, whenever you're going to school, and they're giving you math, English, penmanship, whatever you do, and you're not doing your work. When they put it, when you go, Easter must have a test, Christmas must have a test. When they put it to the test, you will fail everything. You know why? During the year, you're not doing your work. So they give you English, you don't know how to do it, you get your math, you know how to match up. The Indian used to be in the little small, the small saving, and they go in and buy land. The African go and take loan, them going to wine and jump on all time. You have to remember that too.
Actually,
so like the government giving Indian.
Actually,
I tell you, they take a loan.
Actually, there's a paralysis in your analysis. Africans, it have a law, right, that didn't come off the books up until 2001 or 2002. That was on the books. It was a colonial law, and it never came off the books. And David Mohammed actually highlighted it. That was preventing black people from actually owning lands. It had a lot of clause, because remember, we just came out post-slavery into colonialism. So when the indentured laborers came here, they had the same laws didn't apply to them, neither the French Creoles. You understand? So it wasn't that African people wanted to wine and jam. There was a lot of red tape and stipulation in order for black people to own land in Trinidad and Tobago. The idea was not to allow black people to own land in the country. You know that?
Well, I presented.
Yeah. So.
The corporation I presented. What
yeah.
I saying there.
Mm-hmm.
When they say the government gave only in that is not.
No, that is not true either.
That is not the way
you see, I don't propagate race and race talk, and I just come with facts, and I have to educate and inform. You understand?
I went to school plenty, and what you talk about the education level too.
Mm-hmm.
I remember time when I beat in certain group, and the teacher of that same race, and when they put me down, my parents had to go in school and stop that.
Caller, we don't go down that road, because I don't like to talk them thing, because we need to stop talk division from what happened back in the days.
No.
And then we try to come together.
What I remember.
I understand what you're saying, but I understand what you're saying with the land thing, eh?
Yeah.
Right? So thank you very much.
I know they also work and save the money.
Yeah, they used to work and save the money. Thank you, brother. Yeah.
Right.
We have a lot of callers on the line. Wow. Phone blazing. The phone lines are blazing. Let's see who's on the line here. Caller. Hello? Caller? Hello? I don't not hear any caller. Sorry about that. I'm not hearing you. Caller? Hello? I'm not hearing anything, Brian. Caller? Hello? Hello? Wow, something wrong with the lines now? Caller, something wrong with your line, and again, to you. Sorry about that, caller, and again, onto the, hello, caller? What happened on lines? What's happening to the lines here? Hello, good afternoon. Wow. Give me a minute, I'm going to see if I can fix the lines. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna try back again. Hello? 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 Hello, good afternoon.
Heavy.
Yes, brother. Thank you.
You hearing me, brother?
Yeah, hearing you now. Yes, good.
Right. Heavy, let me tell you something. With my little age I have here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember my father and a lot of people around in the area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which was Indian people and black people, right? We never used to say black people, we used to say Negro people, right? And I know all these people, fast as they're working, they should gather the little money and buy a piece of land and put it down, right?
All right.
When the Indian people give the children the land, some of them sell it, some of them hold it on. The same thing with the African people. The parents give them a piece of land, some of them hold it on, most of them sell it out to buy motor car. You understand? And today now, look at the price of land. Which young children to go and buy a lot of land out to build a house, Heavy?
It's impossible.
Right? Because the cheapest lot of land you could get right now is nearly what? $350,000 to $600,000. When you buy that lot of land, when you're going to pay for it, when you're going to build a house for $1.5 million on that, when you're going to pay for that. You understand? I know myself as a young fella growing up. First, I used to work for money, I used to buy property, land and put it down. Right? I buy land and put it down.
So to be honest, Corey, I don't know how we reached the land. Eh? We was really talking about land. You understand? We are talking about opportunities. And
yeah, but opportunity, all well and good. Opportunity, heavy people going to school, children going to school, and fathers they come out on school and they get a little work. Most of them are looking for, most of them is a piece of land. A piece of land they're looking for. And look this thing where they come out and say, Indian get land from Caroni. Government did you know Indian land, but Indian was working Caroni, but that was part of the reset.
You see, I don't really talk about this, who land and all this thing, because that is irrelevant to me. You understand? But you see, that narrative is being spewed on radio stations every day because of the agenda of the PNM, UNC, East Indian African thing. I'm not on that. You understand? Because to me, right, I believe that in Trinidad and Tobago, here every creed and race find an equal place, and we don't have equity here, especially when it comes to government level. You understand? And I am telling you, the reason, and because of that, we have a high crime rate, right? Because of that, we have poor infrastructure, no proper roads, no proper running water, and all these things, and we need to fix these things. It doesn't matter who in power. I just jam anybody.
Heavy look at that. I just started the program today, Alice near good, with the pitch lake.
Yeah?
That pitch lake should never leave Trinidad hand to go to anybody's hand.
Nope.
Look, if you check in this country, Heavy, you check in this country, all the big businesses were bringing in income. Check who own it? Chinese. You ever go to the bank and see a Chinese in the bank?
Wow.
Oh, Chinese own all this business, all them big grocery all over the place, food place all about. You go into the bank, you ever see a Chinese in the bank?
All right, thank you, brother. Thank you very much. I have plenty of callers on the line, right? Thank you for your call. All right, let's get to the phone lines here. Ooh, again, we have plenty of callers on the people. Let me make it short and sweet because too much callers on the line, too much. Make it short and sweet. Caller.
Good afternoon, you hear me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you now, Advocate.
Right, let me get back to the editorial because I realize people shift from the editorial. Now, the thirds you played, what you was looking at in terms of an even playing field in terms of the wealth of the nation.
Correct is right.
Right. And I want to go back to one prime minister who tried to do it, and I like to be fair. The Manning regime, he started something they call Fair Share Program. You know where Besser Street, where they have, how they call that big building there where the police occupy now?
Riverside Plaza.
Right. You remember at one time they had the Ministry of Labor there?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Right. And under the Manning regime, he saw this propriety in terms of where it wasn't even where big contractors And why I could speak this way, I still have a certificate. And sometimes we need to divorce ourselves from the politics and talk the truth. Now, I can't say the same for my own UNC or this Rowley administration. I'm talking, I want to be clear here. The Manning administration, and I'll be honest here, and let's be honest, I think he was a visionary. And he started the Fair Share program, yeah, whereby small contractors, and I remember I had gone through the entire process. I still have the certificate. Now, when my administration, the Prasad disaster came in, they started it a bit, there was a lull, and I don't know what happened after. Now, I'm expecting the Rowley administration in 2015, they would have taken just the files and come with it. And that was a spanking new program to assist the poor and vulnerable, especially in the African community. And yes, the Manning administration. Now, as we speak, do you know they had trained a lot of, I don't want to call people names, because I knew a particular officer. Now, you know Duncan Street, where they have the Ministry of Labor, they have a subunit there now? Right. And they also at the Twin Towers, where you have the Hyatt there. They Hyatt Regency. And I'm giving you proper information and data here.
Yeah, but
let me finish and you'll see where I'm going.
All right. But
now, this here is timing to your editorial in terms of the shift of wealth. And the Manning administration saw that, and he would have implemented the fair. Now, this is not politics, they deal with the issue. Because what you are saying in Truth and Frank, when you play that clipping from the brother.
Yeah, from Dr. Omar.
Right.
Yeah.
It had all to do with the dispropriety, the unevenness of the wealth of the nation.
Correct.
And thank you very much. And the Fair Share program under the Manning administration was designed to help. And now as I take my leave, I want to be honest, I will, you know what I'll do? I'll get you some information, I'll send you a certificate, you yourself could go and pull it up.
Yeah.
It's sad to know that the Prasad Disaster administration and now the Rowley administration, they did not dust out that file. And if they had implemented that today, what's happening like Sealers, Belmont, John, whether it's Marble on the line, Point 14, the unevenness, that Fair Share program was designed under the Manning administration to help the poor and vulnerable. Baba, wonderful program.
Thank you.
I hope people stay with the editorial.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Yeah, Tabakit. But that Fair Share program never really get off the ground, eh? And that is certain. Anytime there's any plan to bring black people forward economically, they shelf it. Right? I'm going to see if I get Brooklyn here. Yeah, Brooklyn, good day.
Hey, Heavy, good day to you.
Good day to you, my brother. What's up?
Hi, day, Heavy, I listening to you. And from listening to Brother Umar Johnson interview, Heavy.
Yeah.
And they talk about all the other people and them that is benefiting in Trinidad and Tobago. The reason for that, Heavy, even with when they talk about the Hindu community and all the different things, right?
Yeah.
Heavy is because of organizations.
Because of what?
There's no organization.
Because of organizations. Okay.
Organization, yes. You see, the African community do not have no organization, Heavy. In order for you to build a community, to build any people, first they have to be organized, and that to be organized, and that to be moving together for a certain goal. And we do not have. That's the magic word. And everything I listen to your whole program, Heavy, even the LGBT, they have organized themselves.
Aware, elaborate on organization. What do you mean by organization? We divided. We as black people, we divided up. Okay. We're not coming together or something.
Let me explain it.
Yeah, explain it to me. Yeah, good.
Have we in America here before Obama? Omar Johnson had mentioned it, right? Before Obama had passed them 3 laws that give them privilege and opportunity.
Yeah,
right?
the LGBT. Right? Yeah.
Before Obama gave them that, when he said that he didn't give nothing to the African people, but he gave them that.
Right.
It's because they were out there on the streets. I could have been walking on the street heavy, and they would walk up to me and say, "Can you sign this for me, please? Put the name on this paper, for we are trying to get rights."
Right.
They ain't telling you about rights. They just need rights.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm asking for what? But you just put your name on that. I didn't say I put my name on what. I'm just saying what they were doing. It was like they were campaigning for what they want heavy. They were organized. They came together and it was on a mission. And then them names and the amount of how much hundreds of thousands of millions of people that they gather and show proof that they have this support. When they put that to the president, he couldn't say no to them, because now, when it comes to election time, guess what? Them is a powerful force. With that organization that they now coming with for an election, you can't lose. You understand? That's a simple understanding I'm giving you. That's how simple it is. Organizing a community to be on a certain mission for a goal, for betterment for the people in that community. Without organization and people working together, we African people could continue to talk about how this one have backhoe and this one have truck and this one getting contract. The reason why they getting it is because they are organized.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Brooklyn.
We don't organize ourselves as African people, we will continue not having anything.
All right. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. All right, that was Brooklyn. I understand what you're saying there, but I kind of... Anyway, I will leave that alone. I understand what you're saying, but I kind of beg to disagree to this. I agree to disagree in a kind of way. I have a little problem with that. Anyway, caller.
Good afternoon, Mr. Heavy.
Good afternoon, caller.
I want to tell Mr. Gentleman, no name, no warrant. Dr. Rowley is the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, they say, but he's still becoming the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. I am the blackest woman in Trinidad and Tobago, and I was the first female DJ in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. Okay.
All right. Let's see why I had a call to defend that. The numbers to call, well, you guys know the numbers. I'm taking call all the way up to 3 o'clock. Now is the time to get in on the topic. Now, all I am saying to people, and I want to say this to you guys, where is the economic plan for African people, black people in Trinidad and Tobago? Because we are the ethnic group right now that is at the bottom of the economic ladder. And we don't have a seat at the economic table. So where's our place? Are we just good enough just to vote and work hard for people who are rich and who have benefited from the riches of our nation? Where is the economic plan for us? Right? This is what I want to see. Why is it not being shared equally? Caller. Caller? Caller breaking up. Call me back. I ain't getting through to you. Caller.
Yeah,
good afternoon.
Yeah, the economic plan. You see, people, I would like to say this, people tend to think that black people don't have this and they don't have enough and whatnot, but there's a lot of black people with high positions in this country. Right?
No. That is the minority. That's the minority. Do you say a lot of black people in high positions? Explain. Go ahead.
Let me explain. You see the whole majority of the energy sector, black people control that sector.
The majority?
I work the energy sector, different companies like BHP, Shell, BP, you know. Black people control, have big positions in those companies that are here in Trinidad, right? The thing is black people. Black people, they don't even know where they want for themselves, some of them. But I mean, I'm talking about the ones that ain't thinking like the others, then so to say, right? Let's have opportunities there. But you have to go and get your opportunities, grab your opportunities. You understand? I understand where the other callers is the same that
Caller, let me explain you something. You know, right? Do you know that a Chinese immigrant who didn't born here could come here tomorrow, right? Cannot speak a word of English. They can't even talk Trinidadian English much as for Trinidadian. He can come here tomorrow, occupy a piece of land on the main road, and buy a property on the main road and open a grocery, right? And he don't even have a work permit and bring his whole family in that grocery, right? And run business in our country. And it's easier for him to do that than it's for a poor black man to get a job.
Exactly. Yes.
To get a job. Why is that? Why is that?
Why is that? Right. Because everybody knows the Chinese man, it's the Chinese Association. The CN,
okay.
They collide with their own.
The problem with that.
The other now is the institution. Yeah, the other Caucasian, or you want to say that, I really want to call them because me want to offend nobody.
It's okay. You can say the Syrians, you can say the Syrians, you can say the East Indians.
The East Indians, well, right? They are the positions in the banking sector and whatnot, and it easily they will fund their people to do certain things. But I agree with you. I agree with you, and I understand everything we're just saying.
All right, because you cannot leave Trinidad and go in the next country and set up business just like that. No,
absolutely not.
No.
But the thing is, where all of them have in common, and where the black people doesn't check and watch, is that they have unity. And that is the thing where I personally believe black people don't have. There's always watching one another, and I love until they come together. An Indian man open up a vegetable stall. The whole of the East Indian community going and support him. If a black man open it up, how much support he going to get?
Okay,
and it's happening. And I ain't praying one time more to say that because I've seen that every day.
True.
I've seen that every day.
All right, brother. We have plenty of callers on the line. Thank you for your contribution. Right, thank you, man. Yeah, man. And this is all I'm saying. All I want to know is the system really fair for us? Because you're saying to me that you keep preaching that we don't want nothing. We're not educated enough. We don't have no collateral. We don't have nothing, right? But a lot of us try to go to school and get education to get opportunities, and still. And the guy talk about it, have a lot of black people in high places. He talking about those people that working. You are employed by an employer, but how much African people own land and businesses? There are more Chinese owning businesses in Trinidad than black people. I'm not talking about businesses like groceries and supermarkets and restaurants and bars and all these things. And these people don't speak out, and they come here, and I'm going to tell you something, this narrative that people like to spew, I know the callers on the line, let's give me 2 minutes here. Not because the Chinese have an association mean it's right. Get that out of your head. A lot of people like to make that excuse. Well, the Chinese don't have an association. Let me tell you something. I have an association. I was vice president of a taxi drivers association. And not because you have an association have a power to just go and do what they want in a country, no. You feel like you go to America and say, look, I have an association, I can bring Trinidadians over there and open business in America and buy property without any work permit or anything like that. Without even going and say, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and become a citizen first. We have too much of loopholes here, and we say, we go with the narrative. Well, if Chinese and them have an association, so what? There are a lot of associations. Not because you have an association, that don't mean you can do what you want in a country. You can't go and buy a property just so and open business just so, and you don't even have a birth paper or ID card or a driver's license. I'm not coming down on the Chinese one because they do that all over the world. What I am saying to you is it right? That's all I'm saying to you. Let me go back to the lines. The lines are blazing. Caller.
Yeah,
yes, brother.
I was trying to call just now, but the phone is breaking up.
Yeah. Go, come back.
I'm hearing a lot of people having problems with finding solutions for global problems with black people. Well, Heavy, this is what I is all about for years, boy. Because it's easy, you know, it's easy. Let me tell you something. This is what I was saying earlier. You see, if black people could retrieve the knowledge of truth within them, then they go have the same thing like Chinese association. The Chinese have a plan to rule the world. Right. And like it grounded within the culture. All of them have that same one mindset. right? So that they have an order towards it. And once again, when they see it developing to a global superpower right now.
Right.
So all of them working for the nation. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
If we could retrieve Ethiopia rising, the knowledge of black legacy, knowing that we the kings of the earth, we the royal dynasty of the root of David. Let me tell you. In the Bible, they say it's the singers and dancers and the players of instruments. But what's something we're going on worldwide, right? We look at the white people as the Jews. Why you think they want to claim that name? Because they know that is the earth's new government, the House of Judah, as it is written. Look, I watching documentary on History Channel. They're actually proclaiming them is the Jewish family where was being spread abroad, and they come back now. But there's not singers and dancers at the place of instruments. They cannot say by the rivers of Babylon how we was picked in the strange land. But they're even saying that too.
So Lance, I need to bring it to me because we have plenty callers on the line. I'll let you call already, so bring it home.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. It's a reason why they're doing that. That is part of the global conspiracy.
Right.
You see, it's something taking place. They steal we culture, we land. The only thing they can't steal is we color. But they steal all we is Earth's rightful ruler now. Right? This is why Jesus Christ had to come to represent me, to take over the earth by force right now. So you see all this global conflict taking place to really destroy them, really, for them to destroy themselves. Now, we could come and arrest all the people in the government. Nobody wanted there. And what's going on? They're bringing global conflict. So if we know, this is what I was saying earlier, that is a platform for we to take over the earth no quick, faster than that. By coming to know the truth, who we are, knowing we self, all are we going to be just like Chinese.
All right, so then, thank you very much. I have plenty callers on the line. Thank you. Caller.
Good afternoon to you, TC. TC. TC and Heavy, good afternoon to you. Wherever you are, TC.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kunji.
I want you to remember this, right?
Yeah.
If given the opportunity in life, success does come. The time will reach when we will remember that. And I must repeat it again for the listeners. If given the opportunity in life, success does come. We have leaders in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago that representing us, and the definition of representation is goods and services to the people. In fact, in my belief, the resources of the land supposed to be the beneficiary for the people. For 50-something years, we have an organization representing us. The East Indian people become multi-millionaires with those people that representing us from 1956.
Yeah.
The Chinese people then become multi-millionaires. The Syrian people then become multi-millionaires. Remember what if we start with, given the opportunity in life, success does come.
Right.
Now these people then get the opportunity in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Success come. And you can go anywhere, the biggest business, and then you can see their success. Now the people then that benefit from success look like none of the people them that representing us. For 50 years.
Right.
The people that Dr. Keith Rowley 2 years ago went on an emancipation celebration and tell them the African race is on the bottom of the economical barrel.
Right.
How that could happen? How that could happen when your brother in office? Right? No.
And was in office the most?
Yes, for 50-something years.
Yes, was in office the most.
50-something years. Those African leaders, those African callers and them that have a lot of black history and calling to David Mohammed programs and all those things, they are part of the PNM. They don't call the radio station and say my brothers and sisters need assistance and they need help. Look at my community.
Yep.
I can remember when the UNC was in power. They call the radio station and they say they're only helping Indian people and the brothers and sisters they getting help. And I say that was wrong. They're supposed to help everybody and everybody come together and we vote out the UNC and put the PNM right back. And for the 7 years now that the PNM, I'm not even going to 5 years, I'm going to 7 years. Now the Peaceful National Movement in power. East Indian people If you look at the contracts and them that give out, it is East Indian people. If you look at the opportunities that's still given out, it is Eastern Syrian people. If you look at the opportunity given out mostly in the construction industry, it's the Chinese people. And we have African brothers and sisters calling the radio station, and they just know to defend the PNM, but they don't know to come on the radio station and say, hey, if we don't get that opportunity, our future generation will be left behind still. They don't know to come and say that. And that is what they have to do. Now I listen to other East Indian television station. I hear the Ministry of Agriculture advertising there. I hear the police service advertising there. This is a station that now open up now. I hear Ministry of Energy because they're getting the opportunity.
Yeah.
I want to applaud all the private business people them that advertise on 91.9 on the YouTube channel too, because I am not hearing no government ads on 91.9. Remember, if given the opportunity in life, success will come.
Correct.
Your money will raise, everybody money will raise if get 91.9 get that opportunity. We're not hearing people speaking about these things. We only hearing people talking about Big Sawati and African leader and all kind of things, but they're leaving their brothers and sisters behind. We contented in a country which part 90% of our roads is the most deplorable roads. We contented with that. We contented with 75% of our school children going to school suffering from depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, fighting, want to kill one another in school. We as mothers and fathers, we contented with that taking place in this country, you know. And all we intend to do, not we really, but those African people and them that call in radio station and just PNM and defending, you are leaving your future generation behind. If your mother and father don't have a work, if your mother and father don't have a good job, where they have benefits in that job by health plan and all these kind of things, they spend money to go by the doctor. You as the children, them, you don't have that opportunity. But if the parents and them get that opportunity, they could give the children opportunity.
Yes,
today the African race. We seen when the Indian race married the parents and them could buy a piece of land for them, they could renovate the home for them and give them a nice place to comfort. We seen that. And the black man, when the black man children them going to marry, they tell the child, bless the child that have his own. What nonsense is that?
All right, Kunji, we have plenty callers. We have plenty callers, Kunji. Thank you very much. Yeah, man. Caller.
Big up everyone again.
Yes.
And I want to dismiss everything they have to, because...
You want to dismiss what?
I want to dismiss that foolishness that I know here.
What couldn't you now say?
Because if the same government going to help these African community, do you think heavy will get an opposition?
Do I think who will get a position?
The government. The same government with the last caller. I don't know who was that. The last caller was talking there.
Right.
If the government going to help these individuals, them, do you think that they will get opposition? Do you think that the same people who look like the last caller, who look like he will come out and say, oh gosh, only Lavante getting thing, do you think that will go on?
Kingsley,
yes.
I don't think anybody could be in the right mind if any government decide to help the people of Laventille, Beetham and all these places and them and try to develop that. Anybody in the right mind who call and talk bad against that, something had to wrong with them. They don't love Trinidad and Tobago. You know why?
You will be surprised.
Hello, Kingsley, I telling you, anybody who talk ill about poor people getting opportunities, something had to wrong with them. You know why? Because if all of Trinidad, all the rest of Trinidad is good, fair to fine. I ain't saying it well to do well, but all of us of Trinidad better off than these areas, and the government decide to put a divine interaction in these areas. Nobody should have a problem. The rest of Trinidad should have a problem. They should be able to go ahead and fix it. Go ahead.
And I
quickly.
Support you 1 minute, and I support you. And as I close every
the
last class something like the country so hard.
Come, don't be on the last caller. Don't be on the last caller. Make a contribution.
I am responding to contribution. What I find it is not correct for the heirs.
This is not the evening show. No, we don't attack callers here, no.
No, but not attack here.
All right.
Because when you could see people partying, fet after fet after fet after fet, do you think we country suffering? Do you think we hungry?
All right, Kingsley. I have one more call on the line. I'm man calling for the longest one. We're going to call back to next week. We gotta go. I can't go down that fet after fet and I talking economic for black people here. I seen that caller. I was calling you all the time. I want to make sure you get in that seven something number. Fella, call back, please. Yeah, let me talk to you quick before we go. Caller.
Yes, I know I have a little time here.
Yeah,
but
do it quickly.
Listen very carefully. Black people business is the bust black people business. Just check out all the little parlors in the communities and see how much doors shut if you was watching you. We have no business here. It's a small, medium business enterprise right up on Charlotte Street. I wonder how much of us went and take opportunities to apply for a loan in those businesses. I wonder how much when the if you was watching you.
Yeah.
You have no business there. The only business you have is the bust black people business and go and support these same people you're talking about. The Chinese is going in all these Chinese groceries.
All right, caller, we gotta go. Sorry about that. We gotta go. Sorry about that. Okay, people, that's it for the phone calls. We gotta go until next week Saturday. We're gonna be back here same time, same place.
The management of the Street 919.
I'm going for a break right now, and after that we're gonna have the man. We're gonna have the man to call the live wire. He's gonna take you all the way up. So until next week Saturday, we're going to be back here same time, same place. Enjoy your day.